Hmm. Okay. Yeah, it's entirely possible. Uh, should be running pretty good, I think. What I'm looking at, I mean, Christian has made a design with these in this position, but I would actually like to delete all of these lift arms here to have more room for the dashboard. And I'm contemplating on how to do this. Without overcomplicating something that needn't be overcomplicated. Uh, but I don't know. I think this is gonna be overly complicated. Good God. Okay, let's try something. Let's try something without being butchered. Okay. This is gonna go so horribly wrong. Okay, let's keep this in for now. Okay. Hmm. Okay, we can save at least one stud here. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. So what's gonna happen here is you see these wonderful vertical diagonal um, lift arms that we built. They will go. There's you know there's nothing there to keep them. The M4 CSL It's ugly as fuck. I hate BMW designs incredibly. The BMW has not made a good looking car in 20 years. Uh, it's probably gonna drive excellent, but you know, it's ugly. I cannot stand looking at it. Okay, yeah. Now let's do this the other side. Yeah, well, nobody was thinking. That grill is quite something, yeah. It's completely incoherent. You know, just the situation with the number plate. Why the fuck did nobody at BMW think about that? A number plate would need to be placed uh, across the grill, making the whole idea of the vertical grill idiotic. So, I don't know. They were not thinking. Okay. So, we have one stud. Yeah, we have profited one stud here, I think. Yeah. There's one stud less intrusion into the cockpit now than it was before. Obviously, we're gonna go with the solution with lift arms and come on, and the ball joints. So, this here. Okay. Right. Now we need to get rid of these here, and we need to make a support for the black lift arm that we added. It is not hitting anything as far as I can see. I mean, it does hit this part here, but at the same time it hits everything else, so you know, doesn't matter. In real life situations, it's never gonna hit it, so it's fine. Um, yeah, well, change is a double-edged sword. You shouldn't change for change's sake. You should only change if the change that you're making is adding or improving things, not just changing. Oh, we're gonna change. Oh, it's gonna be butt ugly, but who cares? We just need to change. Yeah, no. That's really not how it should work. And good design does not work like this. You change design to make it better, not worse. How do I access this shit now? Okay. Okay. God damn it. Oh, I need to dismantle so much. Or I just need brute force. Just brute force. Oh, if you just look at Ben, if you just look at designs that people on the internet have made for BMWs, I've seen some designs that look amazing, and they were fresh. I mean, obviously, leaning on traditions, you still want it to look like a BMW, but they were not ugly. But BMW chose, well, you know, let's make it vulgar. Okay, now they're vulgar, and I don't care about BMWs anymore. And many other people probably don't either. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so technically, since we have made this little support here last time, okay, since we have made this little support here, we actually do not need a vertical support here. Everything here is strong enough, I guess. This moves a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna benefit from this here. Would maybe benefit if we made this here longer, but due to obvious reasons I don't want to, because it would hit the tire. So I don't know. We could make it a little bit longer to reach up here, to make it a lift arm, but I think I'm gonna leave it like this. Obviously changing this to a single lift arm instead of the L lift arm. That's gonna be it here. All these aren't ugly. Okay, if you say so. The new Audis are extremely ugly. Audi went into the right direction, but then they fucked up. So the new Audis with the panel gap above the grille, that just looks horrible. Sorry. The panel gap just looks absolutely trash. Whoever thought that this is a good idea, I'm sorry. I mean, car design in general at the moment is not very good. Not very good. I don't see any car today that I would be confident to say, oh, this looks good. Just no. Really awkward designs. Everything needs to be bigger, fatter, I don't know, in your face. Where the 5 Series facelift looks okay. If you've seen the facelift of the new 5 Series, that looks okay. The 5 Series is pretty much the best looking BMW at the moment. Okay, so what we have done here is actually we have extremely decluttered the front of the car. So we have a uh, very solid bulkhead without really any unnecessary bits. Hmm, camera doesn't fit in there, but yeah. Oh, signs of my brute force. Okay. Okay. So obviously we need to redo this lever here. This whole mechanism needs to be done a little bit better. Um, we need to think about this here. This obviously, since we are going to have a coherent dashboard, we must change this somehow. I don't know how yet, because if you look at here, the way it operates, mm, maybe we could fit an axle of some sorts through here somewhere and have the mechanism operated via gears. Since it doesn't matter in which position the gears are anyway, it's it's not it's just on or off. And then we would position the gear to open it. I don't know, somewhere here on the side of the dashboard. Since obviously we want to free up this space here, but I don't know. This is really convenient to open and close from outside of the car. It's a sort of playability. I don't know. Okay. Um, let's move on. Let's make the gear shifter. Gear shifter. Steering column. Sorry. Steering column. Steering column needs to be slightly different from what we have here, because the whole bulk of the dashboard is now further away, and it needs to be changed, I guess. Mm. I would like there to be bushings on both sides, so that the axle here cannot slip out. Like this. Now we need to do this here. It needs to be a little bit longer. A little bit longer. Something like this, but this is very flimsy. it's extremely flimsy. I mean, this the axle alone is flimsy because I would ideally I would like to have another bearing here, but there's just no space. Um, um, yeah, I mean, just so you know what to expect in the stream. Um, Sometimes it's just random bullshit. Um, Sometimes we don't build much, but just talk. But you know, um, yeah, I don't like this. Don't like this. Yes, I know that the steering wheel is just for show, basically, but I don't like this. Mm, I mean, sure. Okay, yeah, it needs to be longer. This needs to be a 7 stud. 7 stud lift arm. Lift arm axle. Okay. So now that we removed the supports here, there's also a lot more room for my hands here, which is good, I think. Okay. Mm. Not really, because I haven't built many cars in smaller scale because most of the things that I would like to do are, intricate suspensions and stuff. And the smaller you go, the more, the less you are able to do this. This makes sense. No. I just saw the results of the free practice. I had never watched free practice. Um, I mean, I've seen the car yesterday already. Hmm. Mm. the interesting part is gonna be what's gonna happen with Mercedes. Are they gonna play a role in the race or not? I mean, I've had enough of Mercedes dominance last year, but still, if they can spice up the fight between Red Bull and Ferrari, I'm all for it. And I fucked up here. And yeah, I mean, today they were not much in front because obviously they need to learn the new car. The if you know it probably behaves completely different than before. So obviously you cannot expect performance right out of the box. But yeah, I really hope that Aston Martin are better. They're probably not gonna compete for a win, but you know. Mhm. Okay, that's so much better. Now we just need to brace it, and I think. Well, maybe this needs to go. No, maybe it's too long. But yeah, yeah, of course, everything comes out. Obviously, why would it hold? Everything needs to come out. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Not mad. Yeah, I mean, I I really hope that Aston improves. I really hope that we see a significant change in their fortunes for Vettel, basically. I like Vettel. I know. I don't like him seeing so far off, struggling to get the car in any decent spot. It's uncool. Okay, it's fine. Okay, right. Not ideal. Not ideal. Obviously, because we have this here, but it's a position, and we can start looking at it. Yeah, if they start fighting each other again, I'll watch that. I'll watch that. I mean, I will, obviously. Ah, nice. Nice. So the steering column is should be exactly in this angle. So we are going to use this here on the steering column to fix it in the exact place that we like. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. Let me just see how we are going to fix this here. There. Obviously, we need to double stack them because just one is gonna be way too flimsy. It would be more elegant, but it's gonna be too flimsy. Yeah, that's obviously approved. I, you know, I cannot argue with this. Okay, where can we attach this? I could use this here. That would be grand. Yeah, and I shall use this here. I'm gonna modify things here a little bit, but it's gonna be fine, I think. I hope it pleases you. Okay, should be fine with this here. Okay. So now on to this here. We are basically going to build a steering column module that we are going to pop up. Yeah, I removed it. I completely removed the triangulation. It's like, well, I guess it's not necessary. We'll see. We'll see. 1, 2, 3. Let me now just see if my idea with the steering column is gonna be it's gonna succeed or it's gonna fail. Mm-hmm. See something. Where is this? Okay, here. Yeah. We shall be using this piece. Shall be using this piece. And here we can use this here essentially. Like this. We need a spacer. We need a spacer. Let's see what's gonna happen with this. This is just testing for now. Let's see what's happening. Okay. Oh god, cat wants inside. Okay. Nice. But we need to lower it. Okay, but it's nice. It's nice. We need to lower it one more stud. But this is looking good. Needs to be one stud lower because you know this is the or does it? Wait. No, it's perfect. No. It's pretty much perfect. Well, it could. I mean, yeah, it would benefit being lower, I guess. Because the hood height is this here. And yeah, maybe we should lower it a little bit by one stud. But the angle, you know, the angle of the steering wheel is pretty much what we want. Pretty much. And it's a very simple solution, I guess. Yeah. Wheel doesn't hit it. But if we lower it, more, come on, the steering arm is gonna hit it. As a matter of fact, at the lowest position, it already does. So we need to change this. Not that difficult to do. Yeah, we need to change this. So we want this to be one step further into the cabin, this part here, but the steering wheel needs to remain where it is. No problem, we move this closer together. And the adapter that we did here, all this here will be a little bit different. More elegant, I guess. It's gonna be better in the end. Fuck me. Okay. So we need to move this here. So obviously it pins in here. We need to move this one stud further inside. But maybe we can save some parts here or make it different. Let me see. So one stud further out. We use this here. Here. And this here. this, and then use this and this. Yeah. So we're gonna use this, and that's gonna be it. Yeah. So we're not gonna, technically, we're not gonna saving parts, but it's gonna look like a more finished product. So like this. Let's see if this solves our problems or not. Come on. Come on. Okay. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. So it is technically, it's a little bit lower even, yeah, because we changed some parameters, but it looks very, very natural, very, yeah, where it should be. And here, see, we don't have the problem with the wheel hitting the part anymore, because this is way out of its way. And it's a nice module. No, it's sturdy enough for what it is, and it's out of the way of, you know, out of the way of the dashboard. No, I mean, this is so far the best steering wheel design we had. A steering column design. Most compact, you know. It's never gonna be completely sturdy, but that's not its purpose, you know, because we have the hand of God steering, and this is just, you know, it's there. Yeah. And now we have, you know, a lot of room here to make the actual dashboard, because we have saved a lot. We have saved a lot. Yeah. Now let's think about this here. So where could we possibly route this through, other than where it's now? I do not see a possibility. If we made this as a knob, you know, it would have to be, for, you know, ease of use, a knob where there's little movement. So basically, maybe 90 degrees of movement to pop the headlights out. Otherwise, it's gonna be, you know, if you have to turn the knob a lot. For example, if we used an actuator here, no. Well, the pedals could be part of the module here. Okay, so since it's gonna be flimsy anyway, we can always add pedals to this, but pedals are not top priority right now. But we do have much more room for pedals than we had before. You know, there's like, you know, there's like all this room in the footwell that was not present before because of the triangulation. Yeah, this is gonna be reasonable. Reasonable. Obviously, we do not have these installed. Wait, this. Ah, of course. Just so I get a feel for how sturdy it actually is. Okay. Yeah, this is absolutely acceptable. No, the steering wheel is fine. It's fine. Don't need more sturdy. Because it's, you know, you're never gonna really steer the car with it. You can. It's perfectly sturdy. It's the best solution so far. You know, but you know, it's obviously it's jelly. But what can you do, really, at this point? And the thing is that you would need to, you know, just make this part sturdy. So the part where it this part here where it connects to the body, because this is perfectly fine, and this just would need some more bracing. I guess we can always make it, you know, just a tiny little bit more, I guess. Later. Yeah. So this rod here. Let me take off the steering wheel so you can even see something. So this rod here needs some redesign. This you cannot see it. Yeah, whatever. All in the name of visibility. But you see how easy it is to remove. It's so modular. Yeah, this rod here is basically connecting the steering to the servo. Okay, and disconnecting it. So we're disconnecting it, and we are connecting it. But now, of course, that we don't have the triangulation here, there's no nothing for this to sit on. So it's gonna flop around, and we want this here, this part here, to be literally. We need to make a rail for it, I guess, where it can slide, and then it's gonna be much easier to shift, because right now, you see, right now this is not happening, to say it mildly. It is not happening. And if we fix this, we may even move this rod here one step further in, because there's going to be less slack. Now it's outside here just because we have that extra something. Camera focus, please. Come on. Focus here. What the fuck? Thank you. Okay, so you see, I'm trying to push this in, obviously, because there's no guidance for this. It's just gonna slack off. Before there were lift arms down there, so it couldn't drop down. Now they're not. Um, and I would like to make a system that's gonna be a little bit better. Obviously, we have here axles. We can extend them to make them a 3-stud axle. Put a connector down there, and have some lift arms axles go in here. But there's always the but. How to put them there? That's the question. I guess they are going to be part of this module here. This central part here. Getting them in will require some force. Since, in the instructions, no, but since I'm not gonna take everything here apart to get them in, yeah, maybe. So some axles going here would be interesting. But I'm thinking if we could do this better. As a module, of course. Actually, I do have an idea to make this better. Let's build this outside and see if this is viable. Maybe not. Maybe not. There's a small thing to consider, but let's build it. Obviously, we're gonna build it this time out of gray pieces because I'm kind of sick of black because you cannot see shit. But let's see. So the only problem here would be, see, this connector here, this lift arm here has been placed in the car, of course, specifically here in order to prevent this axle from slipping out when you are pressing this in. So the axle cannot go anywhere when you push this in and out. And I think we are good here. We're good here. Now we need to make our guide, so rail guide. We know that we have one stud of movement here. Only one stud. So if we have one stud of movement, in order for this to be in the guides at all times, we need 5 stud axle here. That's not cool. Ideally, of course, these would be round holes. Then we would not have any problem. Obviously, they're not. There's a firework going on outside. I have no idea why, but there it is. So if you can hear the fireworks, enjoy it, I guess. Yeah, that's gonna be problematic. What do you mean if I'm sponsored by LPE? I am LP Power, so just so that you know where on which stream you are, nothing else. Yeah. How do we make this fit? There is obviously not a lot of room inside here. You know, I have to consider when you are building the car. So when people are building the car, I have to consider this as well. So it has to be somewhat practical to install. I get it. Okay. I think I have an idea how to do this. Yeah, well, nowadays I'm electric powered. You know, I'm following the trend, I guess. Following the trend of electric vehicles. Yeah. So we are going to do this a little bit different, but I did. Yeah, I did. There are some pictures. Yeah. The boxer was actually sounding. The sound of the boxer was actually pretty genuine. It sounded like a true VW boxer. I was amazed at this. Even though technically it wasn't a boxer, it was just you know, a flat, you know. So we are going to do it similar to what it was, or is, with twist, with a twist. Because I was looking at the room and the options that we have here, and we do have some options. For example, we can make the guides on the sides. Like this. So we can have the guides here. Now, obviously, I have to dismantle the shit that I put back together again. I will after the stream. After the stream. There are not many, so don't really expect much. So I'm removing everything so we can actually see something. And I need room for my hands, because we are going to dismantle part of this here. Now, what's gonna happen is that a gear is gonna drop down, or maybe not. Okay, so I need to change this guy here for this guy. Some mild force required. There we go. Okay, it's in. Okay. This we need 2 studs of movement, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we need 1 stud. Sorry, 1 stud of movement. 4. So my plan is to have this as a guide. So this will be the guide. This is our 2 studs of movement that we need. And this is basically all that's required. this all is easier said than done. We need to sit here. Okay. Yeah, only that I don't like that car. I mean, yeah, I respect it. I respect it, but I'm not a fan. You know, doesn't. I wouldn't build a car that I am not passionate about. You know, you need some motivation to build it. Come on, this is gonna be so much easier when doing outside of the car. So before you install this part here, come on, sit. Hmm. What? I'm not passionate about Kangoos. Ah, come on. Why? Why are you not sitting in? Okay. Now we're talking. Okay. There we go. There we go. Perfect. So it's now on the rail. Nice. Now let's see. So we have this much. Um, what? Bricklink what? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. We get the original pieces on Bricklink. Yeah. Lego on demand. Come on. This is what's happening. Not like this. Come on. Come on. Oh, seriously. Never has a mechanism resisted so hard to be pinned. Okay, so we're free here. Oh, right. Basically, right, 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 right. Basically, this needs to be longer. So we need this to be a 3-stud lift arm instead of 2 studs. Lots of patience here. Come on. Click in. Thank you. Okay, now I see the error in my weights. I see it. Good God. Um, because I wanted more room here. We have 1 stud more room here. See? In Christian's solution, basically what he did is he kept the original stuff, you know, and did this, but I moved it 1 stud further away. So we have more room here for the dashboard, or basically, we have more room here. The dashboard is not going to be here, you know. But the dashboard is going to be lower, and this is basically the wall that the dashboard cannot exceed, if you know what I mean. Just a second now. Let me concentrate on this problem here. Hmm. 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 The difference isn't spectacular. No. It's if we did it like Christians did, it's not gonna make any difference. Any difference. Because keep in mind that this part here, so the upright here, is supported downwards. See by this here, and this gives it the strength that it did not have before. And this is the key. This support, this downward support is basically the key. So basically, the down the um, slope part here is already fixed in place and is supporting everything. So we don't need to support it by this, but by this. Um, okay, let me just see how we are going to do this lever here. So we want the lever to be in this plane here. There is a pinhole here, but if we use this pinhole, we need to make a contortion here. If it's, for example, a 2-liter engine, the space inside of the engine is 2 liters at all time. Yeah, basically water displacement, sort of. Yeah. It's definitely not fuel consumption. Um, yeah, basically. But not exactly, you know, because a cylinder can displace zero volume if it's in the top dead position. Mm, add 2 studs where? I don't want to add another stud here. Definitely not adding another stud here. Definitely not. Build it and see that it's okay. Because if I add 1 stud here, when the wheel compresses, it's gonna hit here. Right now, it doesn't. What? No, Alexander. If you put a 7-liter V8 in water, it's gonna displace a lot more water because of the whole engine block. We're talking about the insides of the cylinders. At any given time, no matter in which position each cylinder is, the total volume of empty space in the combustion chambers combined is 7 liters. That's what this means. In a 2-liter engine, you have cylinders going. The middle cylinders are going up and down together, and the outside cylinders are going up and down together. So in the 2-liter engine, if you have the middle cylinders in the top dead position, the outside ones in the bottom dead position, the outside cylinders have each 1 liter of displacement in them, but this displacement remains the same no matter in which position the cylinders are. Oh, this you mean? Okay, we could do this, but it's not gonna make a difference. Build it yourself. You have the car built. Build it yourself and test. I don't realistically think it's gonna make a huge amount of difference, but let's build it. Yeah, it's an improvement, but it's not gonna make a difference. Let's keep it. Come on. Mm. 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 Okay. No. Trying to make everybody happy. Okay, let's make me happy by finishing this mechanism here. Um, mm. I just did. I just did. So your sanity is preserved. Okay. Mm. This lever though. I mean, what I want to do with this lever is I want the lever to be here. So it would basically, when I want to engage the lights, I'm just gonna move it forward, ish, no, ish. Maybe here. Mm, yeah, this moves it to not enough because the opening is too small. Uh, hold, hold on. I do have room here. Okay. 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 Force that is all that we can do. That's one, two. let's try this. Let's try this. Let's put this back. Obviously, the movement here is not enough. We want a little bit more. So we want literally this, this. Damn it. We want just a little bit more movement to engage. This is just half a step. It does engage. It does engage, but I would prefer a little bit more. A little bit more. You know, you can feel it engaging, but it's probably at a risk of popping out if we do just this. Just a little bit more. We cannot move this here. What we could do is use a bar here, I guess. That would give us more movement. But then again, there's so much slack that it needs literally more movement. Yeah. Yeah, that only it's not as per my last email, but as per my last Discord. Um, what could we do? Maybe we could redesign this entirely. Hmm. Alexander, is that a dad joke, or did this literally happen? God damn it! It's such a simple lever. We need like half a stat more movement. Half a stat. I haven't gotten anything back yet. Um, as I said, I will I will tell you the moment I have any news. I reckon that at least the motors are on their way. I mean, it sounded like a typical dad joke. You know, my dad joke detector went off the scale. So, mm, okay, let's try this. Let's try this. So we need what? One, two, three, four. Okay. Uh, this is gonna be, yeah. Okay. Okay. This here. Oh God, I've heard most dad jokes. Please, please don't spare us. Spare us with dad jokes. I beg you. Hey JSP, what's up? There we go. Reliable lever. So let's mark it to make it obvious. Works so much better than before. Yeah, there's a bug under the car. What do you mean daytime? It's not daytime. It's not daytime, and I'm not from a British colony. My country has never been conquered by the British. Mostly because it was German territory, but you know. Okay, solved. This needs solving now. Yeah. How much movement is there? Okay. Well, technically, we could make a lever going from here to here somewhere. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, why would you assume British colony? I don't understand. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Let's try something here. So if I remove this here, and I will replace it with, let's say, this here. Let's say. I have little room here, but I do have room. Oh, for fuck's sake, bug. Well, usually people that are just learning the language don't acquire accents, you know, right away. You want to learn the most pure form of the language first before you try to experiment, I guess. But you know, Darian has more experience with that. He can he can comment better on this. Yeah, this kinda doesn't work. because there's just not room here. Yeah, it's 10 p.m. here. It's 10 p.m. here. Yeah. Yeah, the switch works. That definitely works. Nice. Um, yeah. Lever for the lights. There is room for a gear train here. There is room for a gear train here, but I don't think a gear is gonna fit in here. There's no room for a gear. If we would no. Let's say if we would have an axle here coming from the front of the car. If I chose to put a gear in here, for example, for example, this here, would I be able to do so? Would I be able to do so? I would, but then I cannot put any gear on its side to drive it. That's the problem. I cannot put a gear on its side to drive it. Then again, if we have a lever here for engaging the motor, what if we add another lever for the lights somewhere here? Let's see how feasible this actually is, if at all. Problem is that when this goes in and out, how do I engage this? It's certainly possible. No, it's sorry. I need both hands. See, it's certainly possible. There is room for it. But how? Universal joint. What? How would I use a universal joint in here? Best I can think of is the following. At least what regarding the room. Um, so this theoretically should fit. Theoretically. Is it gonna fit? We'll see. We'll see. First, I need to figure out how to get this in. This is not gonna be easy. I guess we could try forcing it in like that. But that doesn't work. So forcing it in doesn't work. I'm working on the manual engagement of the lights. Let's see if this works. Okay. Why is this stuck? Ah, okay. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I can tell you this much. Okay. At least not in this form. let's see where I have erred. Where are the errors of my ways? Here. Here are the errors of my ways. Because this I cannot make fit. Yeah. But there's another way. There's another way. There is another way. So what if we rotated this? What if we used well, I would like to use a shorter one. That's what we have. So let me substitute this with axles for now. Okay. Might even work with just the axle. Okay. Now making the lever. It's one stud of movement. And ideally it would be placed somewhere here. Okay, yeah, it's fine. Okay. I mean, in the worst case scenario, you can have this here. Worst case scenario. But this means that we have the dashboard area free out of there. Uh, there's no lever here in the way of making a good looking dashboard. So ideally, I would like to, depending on where the steering wheel is, I would like to route this, I don't know, here somewhere and have a knob or something. Maybe we can experiment with this and make it more interesting. Let's put the steering back in. I don't know how we would get the lever from here on the other side. See the black lever here. Where it's now, it's not ideal. It's better than before because it's not in the way of the airport, but it's too far in. Should be, including this one, should be both levers should be more to the rear, to the seat area, because they they are too close to the bulkhead. Dashboard is gonna be up to here, so yeah, needs needs some work. But it's we got it out of the way of the dashboard. At least there's nothing sticking out here, and now we can make it a lot better. Yeah. Let's put everything back together. Dude, the car has a gearbox already. It's a sequential one. So and it's gonna be remote controlled even. Nice. Okay. Oh God, Christian. Christian, Ben, you are not being very helpful. Yeah. Yeah. I basically made nothing. I just assembled it on stream. Anyway, that's it for today. Next stream is gonna be on Monday, of course, um, where we continue with this contraption. You can continue being toxic in the Discord, and I see you on Monday. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and have a nice weekend.